Vítám vás u naší dnešní epizody ze hry Zaklínač 3 Divoký hon. V minulém partě nám poradila Corinne, kde máme vyhledat svého přítele Marigolda a to také uděláme, takže si vydáme do hospody u rozmarinky a tymiánu, která je hned před náma. Dneska to bude takovej poklidnej part, nebude se ani bojovat, bude to takovej zase odpočinkový part pro Geralta, ale příště už bychom se mohli vrhnout do nějakého toho menšího boje.
Next time I'll rip your fucking legs off and shove them up your ass till you've toes for teeth. Get out in the nick of time, as always.
Zoltan, with your boot to someone's ass, as always. Who were those men?
Local colour. I wasn't gone more than a moment. Long enough for them to turn our home into theirs. All right, time for some spring cleaning. I've got to boot them all out. Care to join me?
With pleasure.
Zoltane, rád tě vidím, starý brachu, tak jo, naklepem mým kožichy. Na Zoltana si nebudete dovolovat, hoši. Což je menší než vy, neznamená, že vás nezmlátí.
I'm pleased. That went well. Now we can greet each other like the gods ordained. Ages, pal.
Hey, Zoltan. You look good.
Training plenty lately. What with the war on, no Mahakaman meat to be found, but Redanian lagers standing in just fine. You, though, you've withered a bit. Something worrying you?
It's about Ciri. I know she came to Novigrad. Might still be here.
You mean she's come back? I'll be damned. I wonder if I'd recognize her. How many years is it now? 6, 7? But what'd she be doing here?
Hiding, probably. She might be in danger.
See her in your dreams?
Couple times. Her and the Wild Hunt.
Oh, not good.
Not at all, but I know she came here and contacted Dandelion.
We've a wee problem then.
Where's Dandelion?
I'd like to know that myself. Maybe he could explain what the hell's going on. I just barely returned, as you saw. Expecting to come home to a hot leg of boar and some cold ale. What do you find instead? A shite storm. Dandelion gone, the tavern chock full of bums. Haven't a clue what happened.
Let's look around. Might find something that'll put us on his trail.
Prime idea. I say we start on the ground floor. It's where he sat and wrote.
Dobře, tady najdeme nějaké stopy, vypadá to, že Marigold tady není a nikam záhadně zmizel, dokonce i Zoltan ho hledá.
Aha! A note from a grateful muse.
Reading someone else's letters.
My visage red and hot, I plunged into purest ecstasy, imbibing its nectar. Your dexterous digits on my soul's yearning chords.
Zoltane, ty ses měl stát minstrelem. Dobře, tak jo. Co pak to tady máme?
This the loot he got from the elves of Dol Blathanna.
Aye. Must have been in a great rush to leave it behind.
Hmm. 10 barrels of Toussaint Dry, 5 cases of sodden triple mead. Nothing here.
No, that's exactly what we're looking for. It's his planner.
Huh. Dandelion and planning? Good one. Besides, anything he wrote here probably had a special system. Chaos only he could ever decipher. Actually, in the past, sometimes not even that.
Give him a chance. Might not be that bad. Seems when he inherited this fine establishment, it came with some fine responsibilities. Bookkeeping among them. He also made a habit of noting down the times of his meetings, official and private. So, who'd he been seeing of late? Ah, here it is. Seems he's only been meeting women of late, the dog.
Not a bad idea. Dandelion's pretty loose-lipped. Might have blabbed something to a lady friend that'll put us on his trail.
That's what I'm counting on. We should divide these somehow. Perhaps... fuck it. I'll ask the lassies in my half, you interrogate the ones in yours. Suit you?
Zoltan, wait. This is in verse.
And you figure that's unnatural because...
Wonderful. Meet me back here when you're done. Share our findings.
Right you are. Need to do a wee bit of tidying before I go. Cannot stomach the idea of coming back to this mess. And you'd be wise to read your bit before you scurry off. If you need anything, I'll be next door.
Ještě se uvidíme, Zoltane. Tak jo, přečteme si Marigoldův plánovač, protože dneska, jak už jsem podotkl, bude takový oddechový díl. Dneska budeme hledat takzvané Marigoldovy múzy, jak on jim říká. Tak jo, Marigoldův plánovač. Do deníku se nám zapsalo pár men, můžeme jít za Zoltanem, on nám vysvětlí, kdo je kdo, ale to dělat nemusíme, to můžeme klidně vynechat. Takže máme jít za Vespulou, Elihal, Molly, Marabellou a Rosou Faratre. Vespula už byla v knížkách, je to vlastně pradlena, už kdysi s ní Marigold měl nějaké techtle mechtle. Dále máme Elihal, to se nebudu vyjadřovat, uvidíte sami. Molly je služebná, Maria-Luisy Lavalet, ano, matky, Ariana Lavalet, toho Ariana, kterého jsme zachránili, kterého jsme ušetřili na začátku Zaklínače 2. Potom Marabella, což je učitelka, a poslední je Rosa Faratre, což je nilfgaardská šlechtična. Dobře, to bychom měli, zkrácení ani nemusíme za. A první bude právě Vespula.
I will get you every last copper, with interest. Give me a week, please.
Horson's no banker. He's an honest man. You pay on time, you get protection. You don't pay...
Help!
What you hollering for, stupid wench? What are you hoping for? A knight in shining armour?
Close enough.
Keep out of this, greyhead, not your concern.
Take this coin and leave.
That ain't how it works. Vespula's to pay or be taught a lesson.
Already given her a verbal reprimand. Now go, before I teach you a lesson.
Come on. Gold's gold.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. To think there are men who'll help a stranger out of the kindness of their hearts.
Not entirely out of kindness, and you're not entirely a stranger.
What are you? Oh, I know you. You're that witcher took Dandelion out whoring. Gerald, right?
Not Gerald. Geralt.
Oh. Dreadful sorry.
Explain something if you don't mind. You say I took Dandelion out whoring.
So he said. Claimed I was his one and only. But he fell in with the wrong folk. You and that dwarf who always looks like a cow licked him. Said you two were a bad example. Wine, women.
Song. He picked that habit up from us too? Gotta have a word with him. What do you think? Where could Dandelion be?
Probably out whoring. That horse pheasant. That lying scoundrel.
Ouch. What did he do to get your goat?
Same thing as ever. Prize bullshitter came back saying it was till death do we part this time. And no more than a week passed before I spotted him in Harbourside, strolling with some trollop on his arm. 'Twas the last straw. All those questions about the washerwomen at the bathhouse, then this. I beat him black and blue and threw him out on his ear.
This woman he was with in the harbour. Who was she?
Claimed she was his niece from Covere. Ha! Horvere, more likely. Corset so tight her eyes were popping out her head. His too, come to think of it. An artist or a whore. Doesn't much matter as they're one in the same.
Thanks for your help. Listen, when I find Dandelion, anything I should tell him?
No. I mean, tell him he's a two-faced snake, but it would be nice if he dropped by.
Teďka půjdeme s Geraltem za Elihal. Geralt, jo. Je hned vedle, takže nemusíme chodit zvlášť daleko.
What if a halfling became a witcher, eh?
My brother stayed in Temeria. Ain't no hope for him, is there?
Welcome, welcome. Do come in.
I'm a friend of Dandelion's, looking for Elihal.
You've come to the right spot. How might I be of service? Need something shortened? Patch your trousers, darn your socks.
You Elihal?
Yes. Now pick your jaw up off the floor.
Sorry, I thought Elihal was one of Dandelion's girlfriends.
Oh, so it's that. Wait here. Any better?
So you're...
Elihal.
Did you and Dandelion... how did you two meet?
I met him one night in a tavern. He was blind drunk.
What happened?
What do you think? We spoke.
That's it?
I'm not sure what you're getting at, but I should make one thing clear. Men don't interest me. Told him that as well. Luckily, Dandelion's an open-minded fellow. We had a lovely evening. He became a loyal customer afterwards.
Thanks for your help, and nice to meet you.
I can help with much more. If you need new trousers or a vest, you know where to find me.
Zajímavé odhalení. Nakonec se ukázalo, že Elihal není žena, ale muž. Transvestita, ale má zájem o ženy. Mám v tom trochu zmatek, mám v tom trochu větší zmatek, ale nevadí. Každopádně Marigold byl totálně zlitý, takže si to ani nevšimnul. Tak, jdeme za další. Bude to Molin, Marabella nebo Rosa Faratre. Asi za Marabellou, potom se podíváme za Rozou Faratre a poslední bude Molly. Tak to tady všichni křičíte. Je to na opačné straně města, musíme jít do té bohatší čtvrti.
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher. White Wolf, they call you?
You stand accused of offending religious sentiment. We've orders to take you in for interrogation. Surrender your weapons.
Over my dead body.
Told you we wouldn't fool him. Well, you're due a beating. It will just be more of a challenge.
Remember the preacher who spoke of witches and witchers? A man you humiliated before his faithful. He asked that we administer a sacrament on his behalf. Your last rites.
Pobuřování proti církvi. No jo, vlastně já si pamatuju, já jsem tam šikanoval jednoho kněze věčného ohně. Dobře tedy, to bychom měli taková krátká věc a teďka musíme jít hlavně za tou Marabellou, takže si sem dám rychlý cestování. Najdeme tu nejrychlejší cestu, nějakým způsobem tam dojdeme. Nevím, jestli to je tudy. Ne, tudy se tam určitě nedostanu. Jako dostanu, ale takovou zdlouhavější cestou, nevadí, nevadí. Tady je bohatá čtvrť, tam najdeme právě tu Molly a Rosu Faratre, tam mají taky své rezidence. Ale učitelku najdeme ve škole. Kde jinak? Jsme tady.
Excuse me. I'm looking for Marabella.
I am she. Wait outside. Class is in session.
Sorry, can't wait. Hear about Dandelion. I'm Geralt, and I'm...
Geralt? I know you. Fine. If you're eager to join in the lesson, you're welcome to. Children, sadly the Ratcatcher has a fever today, but in his stead, we're honored to welcome a Witcher, who will now tell us about his trade.
But...
Yeah! This is grand! You shan't disappoint them, will you? So, who would like to ask the first question?
Me! What's it mean that witches are lecturers?
How old are you again?
9! 8!
In that case, wait a few years and I'll tell you.
Children, what's the meaning of this? Next question.
Is it true witches kill kings?
Don't believe everything they say about witchers.
What about animals? They don't like you. My mum says animals don't like bad folk. Tomcat ever hiss at you?
You stole many kids. Enough! That is all for today. Gather your things and I shall see you in the morning.
Yeah!
Bid farewell to Master Geralt.
It's great you came.
I'd have rather had the Ratcatcher.
So please do tell me, why are you here?
I know you saw Dandelion recently.
Oh yes, longest afternoon of my life.
He read you his poems?
No, he perused the illustrated guide to fungi.
Maybe... No. Won't even try to guess why he wanted to do that.
Mold. That was his interest. When his hand abandoned my knee to point at a figure of penicillium, I knew the fire between us had died. Permanently.
Thanks for your help. Farewell.
Od Marabely jsme se to taky moc nedozvěděli, ale kam půjdeme teďka? S Geraltem učitelem. Bože, dobře, tak jo, teďka se půjdeme podívat za Rosou Far Atre, takže zase vyšpláme nahoru po těch schodech, po kterých jsme před chvílí špláli zase dolů. Musíme se dovnitř dostat, oni nás tam pustějí, pokud řekneme něco správně, ale já se na to asi teďka vyprdnu, budu je chvíli poslouchat, co řeknou, ale já myslím, že to je zbytečný. Nepůjdu přes ně, ale půjdu hezky okolo. Jo, najdi cestu do Vila Far Atre. Stačí to obejít, tady se skákat dolů, potom zase nahoru. Hlavně nespadnout, párkrát se mi to stalo, že jsem zrovna na tomhle místě nějakým nedopatřením spadnul a zabil se. A teď tudy. A ještě tudy a už budeme nahoře. Tady je menší sebe v hrách, dokonce jeho dopis na rozloučenou. A jsme tady.
Fancy men like me, whole town's going on about it.
Who are you? Why are you here? Answer this instant or I'll summon the guards.
Sorry to sneak in, miss. I'm Geralt, a friend of the bard Dandelion.
Geralt of Rivia? The famed witcher of the ballads?
What are you doing here, vagrant? How'd you get in? I let no one in the front, my lady. I swear it on the great sun.
Not a word. I'll handle this. Hold your tongue, sir. This is Frederick Francis de Bergerac, my new swordplay instructor, correct? Show him to the training room. I shall join him shortly.
Won't you realise what you've got yourself into?
Hope so too.
Miss Rose has got a downright beastly temper. Shows no mercy once she grips a sword. Grab a wooden one. And take care not to hurt the little miss, or you'll learn the ambassador. Follow me.
Dobře, tedy jdeme s naším Frederikem Francisem de Bergerakem vyučovat šerm. My dneska jsme se nějak myhli v povolání.
You're my new instructor. Well, Papa clearly went out of his way this time. Wood, to start with. I must know your worth.
Tak slečinka se chce naučit šermovat, dobře, dobře. Tak pojď. Naklepeme tě hezky, já ti ukážu, nilfgaardská slečinko, jak se šermuje.
I'm not actually your swordplay instructor.
Really? Then who are you? And how on earth did you get in?
Am I imagining things? Didn't we just have this conversation in the garden?
The garden? Yes. In the garden. So, what was it you said? Why are you here?
Came to ask about your rhetoric tutor, Dandelion.
Rhetoric tutor? Good one. That is why Papa hired him, but not at all what the bard had in mind. He mostly played his lute and sang for us. I believe he thought he was wooing.
Mean he wasn't? But you had some sort of relationship?
If you call him chasing after me a relationship. Even so, there was nothing between us. Seems my sisters had a bit of fun at our expense. But enough chatter. Stand and fight. I demand a rematch.
To by to nestačilo? Já myslím, že to bolelo hodně i tím dřevěným mečem.
You'll never learn.
Well, if you're not an instructor, you should certainly be one. Fancy giving me a few private lessons?
Can't rightly refuse a request from a lady.
What are you two lovebirds whispering about? You asked about my relationship with Dandelion? Well, here's the mix-up's mastermind. Edna va Atra, the greatest mischief maker north or south of the Yaruga.
Hang on. So it was you in the garden?
Of course it was me. Why, did Rosa try to play you for a fool? Don't be mad. We've done this since we were children. People have always mistaken us for one another.
Take it, Dandelion did too.
On occasion, yes. But then Rosa would quickly set him straight. If you'd shut your catty mouth for a moment, dear little sister, I could explain. Edna sent Dandelion some love letters. She signed my name. Conceited as he is, naturally he fell for it. I was left to repel the aging bard's advances. Rosa, I had the best of intentions, you know that. I felt you needed help taking the first step. You blushed every time he sang a ballad. He'll next sing at your funeral if you don't stop it right now.
Quiet.
Ooh, now that's a mentor. Strong and decisive. Perhaps it's time I took up swordplay.
Listen, I just want to know one thing. Either of you seen Dandelion lately?
Edna might have. I certainly have not. My dear sister, I would never spend time alone with a man for whom you burn with a secret passion. Burn with passion? For one who incessantly praises another woman's talents? Afraid I've more sense than that.
Who'd Dandelion sing about? Know anything about her?
I believe she's a poetess, or trubadurits. Very skilled and exceptionally talented, of course. But who knows? The bard might have invented her just to make us jealous. Pitiful chorister. I'd say it worked. You've gone all red in the face just talking about it. Your face will be red when I scratch your eyes out.
Been a pleasure. but I've got stuff to take care of.
Exceedingly nice to meet you. Please come again. Well, can I expect any more lessons in future?
Awfully convincing, miss. Wonder where you learned it. Name the time and place.
House here, tomorrow. Same time as today.
See you then.
See you, Master Witcher.
Tímto jsme si zapsali nový vedlejší úkol, který se jmenuje Lekce šermu, který ale budeme dělat v příští epizodě. A kam půjdeme teďka s naším Francisem Frederikem? No, vypadá to, že nám zbývá jediná, a to Molly, a ta se nachází v sídle Marie-Luisy Lavalette, který je hned tady.
White one. Take a gander over. The thinking customer will see right away I've got the best deals this side of the pond.
This Baronet's Lavallette's villa.
Shouldn't interest you. The Baroness don't mingle with just anyone.
Don't worry. I'm here to see your chambermaid, Molly.
Out of the way. Baroness is riding out. Be gone.
Geralt of Rivia at my doorstep? Surely this is no chance encounter?
Greetings, Baroness. Greetings, General. You're right. I'm here for a reason.
There's no mistaking you. But for etiquette's sake, Marie-Louisa Lavalette, an Imperial General and a Witcher meet, and know each other. Surprising.
Yeah, we had an opportunity to, talk when the Emperor summoned me to Vizima.
Had you run afoul of Var Emrys? No. You'd be long dead if that were so. It seems, then, that you share some interests. But I shan't question you out of doors. Will you accept my invitation? Tell me what brings you here.
Looking for a girl named Molly. Heard she works here.
My maidservant. I'm afraid she's currently at the home of my dear friend Patricia Vegelbud.
Perhaps Geralt could accompany us. He could speak with Molly at the races.
Is that something you'd consider, Witcher? Care to partake of some sophisticated diversion?
Well, if Molly'll be there.
On our way, then. We've arrived.
My father owned a similar estate in Bruges. As a young girl, I'd travel there often to ride.
Shall we look at the horses? Do you like horses, Geralt?
I guess so. Called every horse I've had Roach.
The grey mare is Cantarella, sired by Cahir, the champion from Volg.
Grey's a nice color. For horses, too.
My coin's on the Black Stallion, Nemrod, purest Nilfgaardian stock.
Surprised he didn't salute you, General. Seem to know your horses.
No is not the word. Morvran's a true expert.
I find them to be far more honest than men. Must say, I'm curious how you manage in the saddle, Witcher.
Mostly just try to stay in it.
What would you say to a little race?
Not what I came here for.
Don't make me beg, Witcher. Tell you what, win, and I shall give you my finest saddle. Made in Nilfgaard proper of beautifully tanned leather.
Why not? Wouldn't mind seeing if your knowledge of horses translates into riding skills.
Well said. So, which steed do you choose, Witcher?
Heard tales of Zeracanian horses. I'll ride the bay.
I'll not ride with you, but I shall bet on a steed. Nemrod will win, no matter the rider.
Cantarella for me, then. I see no point in delaying this. Let's begin.
Ještě než se setkáme s Molly, se zúčastníme jednoho menšího závodu. Možná to je první závod, který právě vidíte v mém let's play. Možná si trochu řekneme, jak to vůbec funguje. Prostě musíte dorazit do cíle úplně první. A nejdůležitější věcí závodu je zdržovat protivníka, prostě se na něj pořád mačkat, protože jak dole vidíte je výdrž koně, jakmile vám dojde, tak zpomalíte docela razantně, takže vždycky nejlepší je prostě dojet tomu protivníkovi a co nejdéle ho zdržovat. Potom další důležitou věcí je vědět, kde zrychlit a kde zpomalit a kde to přepálit, to je to nejdůležitější, takže vody se už znáte, na něj jste narazili ve vizimě, toho druhého neznám, to je nějaký závodník. Já se na ně budu takhle hezky lepit, oni mě dovedou mezi tím k cíli. Sakra. Hlavně ho nesmíme nechat ujet. Změním si pohled. Teď už je myslím, že dobrá část, kdy můžeme trochu zrychlit. Jo, teďka zrychlíme. Vody se už znáte, na něj jste narazili ve vizimě, on nám dával otázky, které se týkaly Zaklínače 2 a teď je tady.
What a thrill! A beautiful victory!
Thanks.
For one for whom every horse is a roach, you carry yourself exquisitely in the saddle. My congratulations. That is yours.
Now, could I talk to your chambermaid, milady?
Ah, yes, Molly. That is why you came here after all. The portly young woman. That's her.
Speak to her. And you must find us when you're ready to return to Novigrad. We'd be delighted to join you for the journey.
Sick of it all.
Vyhráli jsme svůj závod a od této chvíle, jakmile vyhrajeme tento závod v této misi, tak se nám vlastně na hierarchově náměstí zapíše nový úkol, který se bude týkat závodů právě na tomto místě ve Marigoldově rezidenci, která je hned tam, ve které budeme taky mimochodem plnit jednu z misí, docela zajímavou misi, ale to až později.
I'm Molly, my lord. Wish to see me?
Call me Geralt.
Geralt! That Geralt! The one Dandelion's rescued time and time again!
That's right. Except it's the other way around. I'm always saving him.
Mean to say it weren't Dandelion saved you in Flotsam by severing your noose with an arrow from 100 paces?
What? Dandelion couldn't... Never mind. Any idea where our master archer might be at the moment?
No. Sadly, I haven't got a clue. We've not seen each other in ages. The Baroness don't approve of our acquaintance. Says Dandelion's a good-for-nothing layabout. Can you imagine? But... or maybe his sister could help you. Such a nice girl.
You do realize Dandelion doesn't have a sister?
Sure he does. Saw him himself. Funny, she don't look like him at all. Blonde, for starters. Maybe they've different fathers.
Mm-hmm. Different mothers, too.
Maybe. But you could see he cares for her. Looks after her. The way he carried her packages and...
These packages? Any chance they were trunks, travel cases? And this girl? Possibly a Truberitz?
Yes, yes. Now I remember. She's a travelling performer. Sailed in from Kavir. Talented family, innit?
Exceptionally. And very loving as well, I'm sure.
If you only knew. Dandelion even wrote a poem for her. To my dearest Calinetta. Or some such. Oh, to have a brother like that.
Any chance you remember your last conversation with Dandelion?
Of course. He came to borrow some coin for a barge.
What? Why do you need a barge?
To take me on a romantic cruise of the canals by the light of the moon. Said there'd be strawberries and that wine with the bubbles, and he'd sing me arias. But I've not seen him since.
Thanks, Molly.
Wait, before you go, I've got a request. Dandelion told me once he'd show me his etchings, but he never did. I'd so like to see them.
Won't be too hard to convince him. He loves showing off those etchings to anyone he can.
Oh, that's
that's wonderful. Thanks. And good luck to you on your search.
Marigold si docela vymýšlí, co nakoukal téhle naivní ženštině, je toho docela hodně. No nic, tak každopádně to bychom měli. Půjdeme zpátky za Vorhisem a vydáme se s Vorhisem zpátky do Novigradu.
Geralt, there you are. Shall we return together?
Gladly. It's a long way to Novigrad. Road ought to seem shorter with some company.
I'd say the same. Well then, let's go. And here we are. Thank you for your company.
Likewise. See ya.
Dobře, máme to teda komplet a teď co nejrychleji za Zoltanem. Dneska jsme měli docela nabitej den, ještě nebudu končit, ještě uděláme jednu poslední věc. A to je, že najdeme tu záhadnou kalonetu, tu jeho rádoby sestru, která ale není sestra, protože my víme, protože Marigold prostě sestru nemá. Dneska jsme si zahráli na učitele, zahráli jsme si na Sira Francise Frederika de Bergera, učitele šermu, stal se z nás závodník na koních, ochraňovali jsme pradlenu, narazili jsme na transvestitu, prostě dneska to byl nabitej den, dneska jsme toho dělali opravdu hodně. Ale no, Zoltánovi se o tom zmínit nemusíme. Jsme zpátky u Zoltana a uvidíme, co našel on. Zdravíčko, Zoltáne. Zoltáne, ty jsi tady uklidil, opravdu. Dokonce máš novou solku.
Ah, you're back. You met Poppy? She ought to start talking any day now.
That Field Marshal Duda's replacement? The Marshal was a parrot, you do remember, right? Where'd you get her?
At auction. Some mage's estate went under the hammer. Witch hunters and the Eternal Fire joined forces, staked out his place and rounded the sorry sap up. Put his things up for sale. Happened to be passing by and saw this out. Came with her own cage.
How could you resist?
Could be. 'Tweren't possible. But dandelions what matters now. So, how'd you do? Learn much?
Women on my list hadn't seen Dandelion in a while. All claimed he had been acting strange. Also mentioned he'd been seeing someone else. Thing is, Mystery Woman wasn't on my list.
What's she supposedly like, this lass?
Blonde, from Kovir. A Troberitz, apparently, named Kalinetta or something like that.
That makes it clear as crystal. It's Priscilla. Aye. Must be her.
Who's this Priscilla?
A Troberitz, like you said. Quite popular of late. Picture Dandelion with a pair of tits and you've got the general idea.
Interesting image. So how'd Dandelion handle meeting his female double?
I think he fell in love.
What can I say? Could be he finally met his match.
She's his match, all right. Maybe more. Laddie's head's on fire. Lassie's got him whirling.
All right. Guess we gotta talk to her.
Priscilla works with a mummer's troupe. Reynard and the Foxen. Whenever they're in town, she performs nightly at the Kingfisher.
Mean we've been sentenced to an evening of poetry?
Must you always? This'll be true poetry, Geralt. You'll see.
Takže nám zbývá poslední věc a to vyhledat Priscilu, která tady bude teďka zpívat u hospody, která je v hospodě u Hierarchova náměstí, takže se tam vydáme, setkej se za soumraku se Zoltanem, akorát jsme to tak krásně stihli, aby byl soumrak. Tím bychom asi ukončili part, nevím jestli něco řeknu, asi by to bylo všechno. Tady bych se s váma už chtěl rozloučit, protože teď bude docela dlouhá cutscéna a při bych, jak vždycky, nechtěl nějak tak komunikovat. Tím pádem doufám, že se vám tento part líbil, byl docela takový odlehčený, párkrát jsme si zabojovali, zmlátili jsme jednu nilfgaardskou šlechtičnu a to asi tak všechno. A v příštím partě uděláme ten úkol lekce šermu a potom ještě uděláme úkol ponit se až ke klubku, který už mám zapsaný v deníku. A uvidíme, jak se to vyvrbí, možná k tomu přidám nějaký menší, vedlejší úkoleček, uvidíme, podívám se když tak do deníku a nějak si to přerovnám. A jsme tady, takže doufám, že se vám líbil tento part a uvidíme se příště, takže naschle.
Now you. Lovely natural surroundings.
Here already. Come on, let's find some arse rests. Should start soon.
Long have yearned for your tender caress, to bind our fortunes. Damn what the stars own. Rend my heart open, then your love profess. A winding, weaving fate to which we both atone. You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep. The wolf I will follow into the storm, to find your heart, its passion displaced by our ever-growing, hardening into stone. Amidst the cold, to hold you in a heated embrace. You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep. I know not if fate would have us live as one, or if by love's blind chance we've been bound. The wish I whispered when it all began, did it forge a love you might never have found? You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep.
I know him! 'Twas him murdered some Temerian boys back in White Orchard.
Silence, woman. We've come to hear music.
A murderer? There's a war on. Some die.
Oh, please, argue this out elsewhere.
Squabbles and rows again. And I was told this was a decent establishment.
If I know Geralt, he risked his noggin to save someone else's arse.
Save, you say? He murdered folk.
Don't let him provoke you.
There's the door. Settle this outside.
Come. I wish to listen to music. Music!
Cultural capital of the world? The fuck it is.
Permit me to introduce this here's Priscilla, known also as Calinetta, as lovely as she is talented. And this
is Geralt of Rivia, I know. Dandelion's told me a great deal about you, and I've listened with bated breath. Don't be surprised. After all, doubt I could think of a more fitting subject for a ballad than a witch's love for a sorceress. Or should I say, sorceresses.
Seems Dandelion was meticulous in telling my story, down to personal and insignificant details. Did he offer anything about himself, like where he was going?
Splendid. Very funny, truly. So, see you later. Not here. Come with me.
There a reason for all this sneaking around?
An excellent one. When last I saw Dandelion, he told me he was planning a heist. Siggy Reuven's vault.
Sheeped up.
And I've not seen him since.
Dandelion breaking into a vault. I'd sooner expect him to choose a life of celibacy.
True. Forgot to pay for his way into Passaflora once. Laid awake the next 3 nights worrying about it.
Any idea what got into him? He have debts he needed to pay off?
Claimed he was helping someone. Urgent matter that couldn't wait, he said.
This someone, Dandelion mentioned their name?
No. But if I know Dandelion, it's her name he failed to mention. As he failed to mention her slender waist and ample bosom.
Reuven. What's he like?
Tall, fat, dangerous as hell.
Limp in his gait. Left leg.
Sounds like a lame rock troll.
If trolls were devilishly intelligent and had a flair for crime, yeah, I'd agree.
Let me guess. Attempted heist was a failure.
Well, he's not driven up in a gilded carriage laden with jewels, so I should think so. I've asked after him everywhere, but it seems an army of tongue-stealing cats has overrun the city. I learned only that he raised a ruckus at Whoreson Jr.'s lair. Then Whoreson's men chased him all over town.
Whoreson Jr. Doesn't ring a bell.
Biggest prick in Novigrad. Not literally, but...
Got it. You're not a fan. But what did he do to you?
Try the whole town. He's one of 4 bosses who control the city's underworld. The others being Siggy Reuven, Carlo the Cleaver Varese, and the King of Beggars.
The rascal. At least he didn't cross the church as well. Bring that venerable institution into it. We'd be in deep then.
Here I go again, rushing to Dandelion's rescue. He ought to pay me a salary.
Whoever he is, I sincerely doubt he's in the mood for jokes. Nor am I, in fact.
Relax. I'll get him out of this. Gotta talk to this Whoreson first. And Siggy Reuven. Know where I might find them?
I don't know about Whoreson, but Reuven runs a bathhouse. Careful, though. He's a dangerous character.
So am I.
I don't doubt it. But Dandelion's not. I beg you to hurry. Let me know as soon as you learn anything.
You again? Want some more? Bruises on your ass heal already?
But would you mind turning around for a moment? My corset's shifted. It's pinching me terribly.
I can understand a woman wanting to look pretty, but fighting in a corset, it slows you. Rosa? Greetings, Lambert.
Damn, it's good to see you, Wolf.